Hi everyone, it's Mary Beth, and today we have an art lesson, and we're going to do a little project where you can make a tree kind of like this. Yours will look like yours. This one is the one that I made, and I'm going to show you how I did it. So we're going to use some things that you got in your take-home bags. So I have here the tissue paper that came in this plastic bag, and the crayons, and a piece of cardboard that you got. I also have some things from my house: glue stick, a pencil, a marker, and some scissors. Okay, let's get started. Now there are lots of different ways to draw a tree. I'm just going to show you one way that you can draw a tree. And I think Robin might have showed you one a little while ago. So you are welcome to use your own ideas, but if you want to follow along with me, that's totally fine too. This is one way I learned. So the first thing is to draw the trunk. So I'm going to draw it like this is the bottom of the tree. So there's one side of my trunk, and I'm curving it in a little bit, and here's the other side. Now down here, this is where the roots go into the ground. So I'm going to make some little lines like this that kind of look like roots going into the ground. Now, up here is where the branches branch out, right? But we're also going to put leaves, so we'll only be able to see a few of the branches. Here's how you can draw a couple of branches on your tree. And go from where the top of the trunk is and draw a line. And then you can draw another line right next to it. And that's a branch. You can go up from the right here on this one and draw another line. And that's another branch. And if I drew one right next to it, that would be another branch too. Then I can draw a third one coming out at that very same spot. I'm going to do the same thing over here. There's one. There's a branch. Now you're noticing I'm not putting a top on the branches. That's because leaves are going to cover up the tops of those branches. You know how sometimes you can look at a tree and you see just the branches through the leaves? That's kind of how we're going to do ours. Let's make another branch here. And then I'll show you a fun little thing you can do. You can make a branch, and then you can leave a little space and make another branch coming off of it. See that? Leave a little space, and there's another branch going up. So I think we have some good branches. And then the next thing we're going to do is just kind of make the outline of where the leaves will go. So in order to do that, we start down here and kind of make almost like clouds, but they're big curves that will be the outline of where our leaves will be. Does that starting to look like a tree? I hope so. Okay, so now that we have our outline of our tree, we're going to start to put the leaves on. So this is meant to be a tree in the fall, so you've got some fall colors of tissue paper. But my tree still has a few green leaves on it, so I am going to take my green tissue paper, and you can do one of two things. You can tear pieces off to make leaves, or you can cut them using your scissors. Now, I'm not making perfect shapes of leaves, am I? These aren't really perfect, because this art project isn't meant to look exactly like a tree. It's just meant to be one vision of a tree. And so what I'm going to do is take my glue stick, and most of the time we want to glue onto the thing we're going to stick on, but I found that the best way to do this particular project is to just make a little dot of glue and push down. And see how some of it's sticking up? That's how leaves are on trees, right? They aren't really stuck right to the tree. They're kind of waving in the wind a lot of times. So I'm going to put these 4 leaves on. And next I'm going to try some red. This is actually crepe paper, like a streamer, but we can use it to make some red leaves. And I like to tear my leaves because I think I like how it looks with the edges not being perfect, like when you cut. So I'm going to cut 4 red leaves. Make a little dot of glue. You don't need very much because it'll stick on there with just a little dot. Putting some red leaves on. Guess what? This leaf is falling off the tree. So I'm going to put it in the air, falling down. Now I have some yellow also. Some trees' leaves turn yellow in the fall. We've been studying leaves so much, it's fun to do an art project, another art project with them. All right, let's put a couple of yellow leaves on the tree. And I'm also going to put a couple down here on the ground because they fell off the tree, and one is going to be on this side. See how this is going? The other thing I want to show you is that there's some brown. You can use this for leaves also, or you can cut or tear it into a strip. And we can put that on our trunk. Here's something cool. If you crinkle this up and then open it back up again, it's crinkly like the bark of a tree. I'm going to put a little bit, this time I'm going to put the glue on the tissue paper. And we have some brown. So this one is starting to take shape. I can put lots more leaves on there and I can have them falling down. And I'm going to show you in my other example some other things that I did. So let's get this one. Put this one over to the side. So this is one I did a little more work on. And I used some of my crayons to draw the wind. See the wind I put as like swirly blue lines, and the wind is blowing the leaves off the trees. I put a few more leaves down here on the ground that have fallen, and I put a little sunshine up here because it's a sunny fall day where this tree is. So you can keep working on your tree and do it however you would like. And I hope you enjoy your time doing a beautiful fall tree art project. Thank you.